So this is it. Negate the first 4 games in this best-of-5 final. It all comes down to the last game, and believe it or not, it is going to be on Scrap Station. No, there is not a Zerg in the finals, but apparently there is a plan going to come out here by Stalker, a.k.a. Optikzero, as he has chosen this as the map to take him to victory here for the BattleDex Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open. Chill, once again, let's do the countdown, and then you take positions in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so here we are on Scrap Station. This is for all the marbles, Game 5 of the finale. In the top right, as the pink Protoss, we have Optikzero, and in the top left, the worst of the 2 positions by all accounts, as the bluish teal Terran, we have AhhBoxxah.
AhhBoxxah, indeed. And we'll, I don't know. I'm actually hung on that statement you said, the worst of the 2 positions. And as of late, and I know that we've discussed this philosophy a lot, Chill, but as of late, playing Zerg, I definitely, prefer this upper position, of course.
As Zerg, without a doubt.
Yeah,
without it.
But unfortunately, no Zerg tiers in this tournament. So we got Protoss Stalker putting down his pylon, getting ready to drop that gateway. But as you can see with that very early probe once again. Now, Scrap Station, interesting choice for a Protoss. Maybe, some people just have maps that they really like. I'm wondering if there isn't definitely a master plan that is going to be deployed here by our Protoss, Optikzero. Doesn't look like he's going to do anything with that initial Protoss. Just to do some the initial probe, do some harass there on the barracks. The SCV building it will go out, and another one will take its place. Meanwhile, the gateway is gone down, and the assimilator as well. So it doesn't look like he's going to use that for anything more than just harass and scouting. So curious why he chose this map.
Yeah, this is something I can't really let go, because I feel like you pick Scrap Station as Protoss if you have some sort of cute Void Ray play, or maybe a Warp Prism sort of play, or proxy play. But what we've seen from Optikzero, he does best when he sits back, macros, takes a little bit of a risk, and defends and then counterattacks. That's where he's got all his wins. He did it against Tyler. That's how he beat AhhBoxxah. And this is not the map where that kind of stuff gets you wins. This is a map where Terran feels comfortable, controlling his choke, taking his expansion, and taking it to late game. So I really, really can't see the justification for Optikzero on choosing this map. He really should have picked something like Delta Quadrant, or even Metalopolis would have suited him just fine.
Yeah, in fact, Delta was kind of what I was expecting to see, and not Scrap Station. But as I had mentioned, sometimes players just have that personal preference, and maybe he's got a really decent win record here on Scrap Station, or maybe he's got something planned for us. He has built this pylon in the back. Could just be for spotting. Could plan to put something back there as well. We do have our first Zealot out. Stalker about ready to hit, and they will evict this SCV from scouting. This Zealot is actually going to move forward. Could be going to Xel'Naga. Downey's going to push him all the way in. With such long walking distance here from one base to the next, it would take that Zealot about as long as it would take me to scan and to move that mouse all the way over there. So a couple units here at the Xel'Naga, and it looks like he's going to make this very small Zealot Stalker probe push that he likes to do.
I think he just wants to control space while he expands. This is a really typical PVT build, where you get out a Zealot and then you chrono boost out 2 Stalkers. I'm really surprised he's being so aggressive with this, actually. Stalker dealing a little bit of damage to the Marauder. Concussive Shells is actually done on the Marauder. How is he getting so much damage done with a Zealot and a Stalker here? Almost taking out the Marauder. Looks like he's going to be able to kill the Marauder. Now he should be able to clean up with the Zealot against the Marines. No, actually, losing quite a bit there. Optikzero, you break my heart, man. He should not have been attacking there when he's expanding. When you do this, you really want to just push forward and then bring those units back. You need 2 Zealots, 2 Stalkers, then you move on to getting your Warp Gate research, your single robotics, and your second gateway, and then you get Sentry Zealot out, secure your expansion, and that is safe against any kind of push. I can't say he's safe against any kind of push now because he's just donated those units. And we see the high tech of AhhBoxxah is coming out here. He's got a starport and a tech lab factory.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the ground army goes right now, it's pretty much non-existent here for the Protoss player. But additionally, it's not like AhhBoxxah has a massive ground army to counterattack with. So I feel like he just seems to be completely comfortable doing that. We got a tech lab going up on the barracks. We're going to have this Hellion move out for the Terran, and I think that's smart, not only to get a peek back here to find out what is going on, but also if he can squeeze into that base and find out anything, any sort of intel information that he could possibly get. We're going to now have that first Immortal coming out, and I sense another one of these early pushes coming out by Optikzero, maybe not really opting to wait for anything. We've seen warp gates opening right now, and this observer is getting a clear view of everything coming out. So we do have a Banshee and a Raven being built out of the starport. So again, we've got some very interesting matchups here taking place. As this Terran AhhBoxxah, well, is he really going to go for the rocks now? Yeah, this is an interesting. These guys could meet right in the middle the way this is going.
And there was a little bit of a Hellion harass there. One Hellion actually got just gangbanged by 3 probes trapped in the little concave of the minerals at the Protoss Natural, only getting 2 kills there. And this Banshee is actually getting denied by 3 Stalkers, and the Observer being recalled now. And once again, do you not feel like AhhBoxxah has missed his timing? He's getting a Raven out, so he will have that PDD, which will make his push very effective. But, you know, Optikzero is getting the full benefit of his expansion now, supporting 3 gateways, and he's got an Immortal out, he's got observers out to deal with the Banshees, no cloak out, but if it was, he'd be able to handle that easily. He's got Stalkers out. I feel like this push is destined to fail, and AhhBoxxah should just cut his losses and expand.
We do have a Banshee working on a couple of probes there. He does manage to take 2 out at the cost of a little bit of health. But what he has managed to do is continuously keep this expansion. This Nexus is not doing much of anything. He's going to find a pylon up on the high ground, and then he's going to move back to the mineral line. But bad decision, as 3 Stalkers had come out there for Optikzero, so he will be forced out of that position. And we now have Observer going back over to check things out as these front rocks have been broken down. We do have the Raven out as well. Now, will AhhBoxxah decide to make a push? A second Banshee out, and the first one is coming back to reconnect here with his comrades. In the meanwhile, no additional production buildings coming out, but more Banshees and more Marine Marauders. So I really like this. It worked in the in Game 3 that he won, and I think that it has the opportunity with a point defense drone going down and the Banshees.
Yes.
This could be really nasty.
Point defense drone is like a million times better than you think it is. When they drop a point defense drone, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I have so many units, I'll just bust it down, and it takes forever to kill. So if this point defense drone gets dropped properly, it is just going to cut through the Protoss army, and that is going to be game.
And there it is. You saw the point defense drone getting put down, and there it is out in the middle. And look at the Banshees just do a ton of work, while everyone in the back is like, force fields, what? Who cares about them? And they're now moving in. Now, unfortunately, what is left is just these Banshees and a bunch of Marauders. He's got to be careful here. He's going to focus down the Immortals, and the Banshees are actually doing a ton of damage as well.
And looks like that's it. He's going to drive right into the main. There's one more production round going to come out with the probes being pulled off, Stalker and Zealot being warped in. Are the Stalkers going to be able to hold? Look like SCVs are taking a lot of damage. The Banshee in the back still taking a lot of damage. The Marine and Marauders are absorbing a lot of damage, but it looks like Optikzero actually could be able to hold. It's so close to tell. Oh, Banshee actually gets shut down. Auto turret ring brought out. Marines dealing so much damage. Chrono boost on every single warp gate, but he's got no money to bring in units. He needs to bring in some sentry. Oh my god, the pylon got taken out. Every warp gate is unpowered for Optikzero. Terran can continue to reinforce now with three Stalkers and only a single Zealot out now. He's moving in. No probes left for Optikzero. He's only at 23 supply. This is so close, but Optikzero just does not have enough. Trying to get the pylon out, staying side. GG. Oh my god. AhhBoxxah has done it. Completed the comeback, and he's taken this series 3-2. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, you know what? I would be sighing too, because you're going to go back and you're going to be looking at that replay and going, I cannot believe that one pylon was powering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings that were crucial to the success of this game. That was really nicely done by AhhBoxxah. And, you know, again, this kid said, I'm going to keep at it. I am going to be practicing. MLG, I might not have performed as well as I wanted to, but you know what? I'm going to continue to just put my all into it, and look at what happens. He wins the BattleDex Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open. And, you know, although the first couple of games, I actually thought, Chill, watching those first couple games, I was like, Optikzero could take this in 3. The way that he's playing, the timing that he's getting, and how AhhBoxxah is playing, I think he can win it 3-0. And AhhBoxxah, I guess, definitely proved me wrong as he came back in 3 straight games in a row. I think just kind of maybe just bringing it back a little bit and refining and saying, what exactly do I need to fight against this army, and being very successful in doing so. So congratulations to AhhBoxxah, who will win the first BattleDex Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open. Chill, your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, I feel like the games we saw today were really exciting, and as I said, I'm always excited to see new players, see what they bring to the game, and you know, personally, everyone has their own style, so it's really interesting to see what they can do against, you know, compared to these famous players. A lot of people bringing up the comparison between this and the GSL. Obviously, these players aren't GSL caliber, but still brought a lot of interesting plays to the table. I feel like Optikzero has a few key holes in his game that he could patch up and really become a strong player. AhhBoxxah seems to be more hitting those timings off one base, has no desire to expand. And if Optikzero really could have defended that push, he would have taken the 5th game. Possibly even if he had a second pylon powering all those gateways, he could have taken the 5th game. So if he just fixes a few minor holes in his game, we could see this player turn into something special in the future.
And as we've kind of brought up a couple times during the broadcast, is that, you know what? Every single game and every single community that sustains itself as a long-time pro and competitive game, it's successful because it has up-and-coming players constantly. And if we're not seeing new up-and-coming players constantly, then we should all be worried about the life of this game. So, you know, this to me, while you could sit here and go, gosh, it's really unexpected. Well, maybe we didn't have quite the high caliber of player turnout, but there were still some good players in this competition that they had to fight through and had to fight through themselves. More importantly, though, it's exactly these types of competitions that give these players an opportunity to really show the type of game that they've got, the type of player that they're at, and prove themselves. Now maybe AhhBoxxah gets an invite to the next, you know, IC Cup event, or the next, you know, TSL or something that's happening. So a win like this goes a long way. He also wins himself $100. Again, a big thanks to BattleDex for sponsoring this Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open competition. Sure. You can check them out at BattleDexGame.com. Again, it is free to play, and they have every week they have paid tournaments. So someone go take down JoJo, and I want to hear about it. Let me know. I took down JoJo, and you will be deemed the winner as you.